Hello, and thanks for joining us on this week's edition of the Appalachian Update, your weekly rundown of what's going on around campus provided by your student-run newspaper, The Appalachian. My name is Xavier Hall.
And I'm Nora Smith.
In news, research shows that 18.3% of Watauga County's overall population suffers from food insecurity. To combat this, Richard Reinigans, the Sustainable Development Chairperson, is in the works to create a community garden for App State's campus. Student involvement will be a big focus on the garden combating food insecurity within the community, so if you can get out and help, if you can.
Last year, students at Watauga Residential College donated over 800 pounds of food to the Hospitality House, and this year they are anticipating even more. The food drive is organized by freshmen Evelyn Davis and Jonathan Boone, and if you would like to lend a hand, volunteer applications are available for the Hospitality House at hosphouse.org.
The Appalachian Theater will begin its next stage of renovations this spring and will potentially reopen within a year. Renovations include extending the stage and adding an orchestra pit so that the facility can be used for the Hayes School of Music opera performances. Appalachian Theater of the High Country, a local nonprofit, will be hosting a silent auction on December 1st at Harvest House from 6 to 9 p.m. to raise money for the renovations.
The Student Veteran Service Office in the Student Union marked its first year of operation this past Veterans Day. As a club with around 70 members, they host tailgates and social events that allow veterans to meet one another and recreate the camaraderie many felt during their service. Boone veterans of foreign war and disabled American veterans are preparing around 20 to 30 meals to deliver to veterans in Watauga County this Thanksgiving.
And now for your arts and entertainment stories. The Sexuality and Gender Alliance hosted the Pro Drag Race on Saturday, November 11th. The entry fee was $10, with part of the proceeds going towards supporting local LGBT+ organizations.
A local band called The Remarks were formed in the living room of Aaron Aiken and Chris Peroni's apartment. Stephen Sigmund and Ethan Schermersheim later joined to complete the band. They now practice, record, and do almost everything else long distance as they are separately located in Charlotte, Taylorsville, and Boone. They just recently released an album on October 19th titled If Better Read in Photographs.
Us the Duo is a singing couple that got famous from the 6-7 covers trend on Vine, recently signed onto a record label, making them the first musicians to be signed from the social media platform. Michael Alvarado, half of the dynamic duo, attended App State as a music industry studies major and will be returning for the first time since graduation with his wife to perform in the Schaefer Center on November 17th.
The 10th annual Acapella-geddon was on November 11th at the Schaefer Center. 8 different groups went head-to-head in the competition to win the opportunity to open for Us the Duo. In the end, Inharmonics, a co-ed group, won Best Overall and will be opening for the main act at the Schaefer Center on November 17th. And now for your sports, here's Sarah Glasgow.
Thanks, Nora. Senior men's tennis player Scott Webster came in at number 61 in the first Intercollegiate Tennis Association rankings this week. This is the second time in his career that Webster has been in the top 125, slotted at number 102 previously. He is the only Sunbelt player represented in the rankings. Webster was selected as first-team All-Sunbelt in both singles and doubles for his junior season. The 2017 All-Sunbelt volleyball team was announced on November 15th, and App State's sophomore outside hitter Melissa McMath was tabbed as a second-team selection. This season, McMath led the Mountaineers with a career-high 342 kills, reaching double digits in 18 matches this season. McMath also had a career-high of 47 blocks. The 6th-seeded Mountaineers will take on the 7th-seeded UT Arlington in the first round of the Sunbelt Tournament on November 16th. Senior wrestler Forrest Pashibish was named the Southern Conference Wrestler of the Week after going 2-0 with the win by decision and a pin in the first match of the season this past weekend. As a team, App State received 2 voting points in the USA Today and NWCA Division I Wrestling Coaches poll this week. Since November 16th, the men's basketball team has been participating in the Puerto Rico tip-off at Myrtle Beach. The Mountaineers open play against the Iowa State Cyclones, and other participants include the Boise State Broncos and the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's all we have for you this week. For more news and to read full stories, visit us online at theappalachianonline.com or pick up our newspaper every Thursday. Until next time, I'm Sarah Glasgow.
I'm Xavier Hall.
And I'm Nora Smith. We'll see you next week.